What's up, everyone? Steve Sievers for Bionic Buzz, and I am back here at Hollywood Museum here in the heart of Hollywood, right next to Hollywood and Highland. And tonight we'll be celebrating the 100th anniversary of Hal Roach's Our Gang. It's going to be amazing red carpet. Before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave a comment below. Now let's go see who we can talk to on the red carpet. I'll throw it to you, Jackie.
So Stanley, we're here for the Our Gang 100th anniversary Hollywood Museum. Yeah. How do you feel about the Our Gang show?
Oh, are you kidding? I grew up watching them. You know, for me, I learned more about them on TV. You know, eventually I saw the ones that were made for the theater. But yeah, I actually worked with a couple of them. That's the crazy thing. Actually, that's pretty much launched my career. About 1957, I was doing Ozzie and Harriet, and I wandered onto another set where there was a dog that I played with. And this gentleman came up to me kind of sternly and said, "Well, who are you?" And I said, "Oh, my name's Stanley Livingston." And he said, "So what are you doing here?" And I go, "Am I in trouble?" And he goes, "No." So he goes, "I'd like to meet your mom, though." So I dragged him over to meet my mom on Ozzie and Harriet set, and I saw the two of them standing there talking. Well, I didn't know because I was just a kid. It was Jackie Cooper, one of the original, Rascals. And anyway, I guess he saw a little bit of me or him in me. And 3 months later, I was shooting a TV pilot that he wrote for me called Skippy. And he was the producer and director of it. And without that piece of film, I wouldn't have got Please It Ain't the Daisies. That film was shown to the producers of My Three Sons, and the next day I got hired. So God bless Jackie Cooper.
Yes, God bless. That's such a great story. What a great tie-in for tonight, and what a wonderful story. Yes.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Yeah, I actually have a couple of Rascal connections. I did a film. One of the first features I ever did was Rally Around the Flag Boys with Paul Newman and Joanne Woodward. It was directed by Leo McCarey. And Leo wrote most of the Little Rascal and Our Gang episodes. So, yeah, got to work with all these people and.
So historic, I think, and I think they had something, that we don't see nowadays. Just.
Yeah, it was a different era. I mean, the Little Rascals was kind of an amazing show at the time because it really showed kids integrating, which wasn't that common back then, but it was all segregation. But here you have this harmonious group of kids of all races and colors and sizes and complexions, and they're all getting along and all just being people and having fun. So it's a remarkable piece of work.
And I just want to touch on it a little bit because obviously Tony Dow, passed today, and I know he was a good friend of yours, and so I know we're having this is a great event here, but just to kind of.
No, I mean he's a topic right now, and unfortunately his death was announced yesterday in the morning and turned out not to be true. He wasn't expired. And they had to retract it, and everybody had already put out their condolences, me included, and then found out he hadn't passed away, so I felt like a real horse's ass. But anyway, he passed away this morning. But yeah, I've known Tony. I met Tony when I was 6 years old, before either of us were in showbiz. We were both swimmers. We used to go to a swim school in Hollywood, down on the other side of Western, called Jen Levin Swim School. And at that time, I thought I was going to be a swimmer and a diver, so they sent me to this diver named Johnny Riley, who just won a bunch of Olympic medals. And that's where I met Tony. He was training under Johnny Riley, and we became pretty good friends back then and saw each other. And about 2 years later, somehow he segued into show business with Leave It to Beaver. And a couple of years later, I was on My Three Sons, and our paths crossed God knows how many times. And we were always at each other's houses and parties. So, yeah, I knew this guy for 65 years of my life. Just the sweetest man, talented artist, great director, great actor. My condolences to Laura and his wife. It's got to be hard. They were married for 40 years. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much,
You're so welcome.
and thanks for talking about him, and have fun tonight.
Thank you. I hope it's good. Thank you.